Here, we were studying how to control our mind. And there we stopped after discussing some of the points, some of the aphorisms, that we have to practice continuously. But after that, we stopped practicing because another program came, Chicago Calling, and we were busy, all of us, and we were doing something else. Of course, that was not very ordinary thing, very highly spiritual, of course, that was there, but again, we have to go through some of the points, otherwise you won't be able to remember. The last portion that we studied, and that was in 27th October. After the 27th October, this time we are meeting. And we were discussing that mind is nothing but a flow of thoughts, is a wave after wave. Constantly it is going, and very excellently they explained that some of the thoughts are painful, some are not. And these thoughts are only 5 types, that's all. Only 5 types. The God, He has created this universe and this human being and given a wonderful gift to the human being, that is his head, his thinking capacity, analyzing capacity. And this human being, they were busy with something else which was not, as we call, godly or spiritual or holy. What was that? Human body. And that is the reason God is coming again and again. We the Hindu believe it. He is coming, He is taking the form of different forms in different places, in different occasions, different situations. According to the people, He is giving something so that they can go little higher, little higher, little higher. What Swami Vivekananda is telling, from the lower truth to higher truth, traveling from lower truth to higher truth. What are the lower truths? That all that you see is nothing but God, but the ordinary people won't be able to understand. Then we make one object. This Ashwatha Vriksha, this Bata Vriksha, this neem tree, they are gods, because you see it lives such a long time and sprayed and gives so cool shade the people can come and sit under it. That way they were teaching. This is the river giving us drinking water and irrigation, and we live on this, so river is God. Like this it is going on, slowly, slowly taking their mind up, up and up. And this they call, a father was showing a star to his son, but the child was not able to look to the sun, to the star, and the child was not able to understand which one. Then the father started with a tree. Can you see the tree? Then at the top of the tree, there is a cloud. Then on the cloud, this way slowly it goes. Similarly, our mind is also like that. Fortunately, in India, where the people could solve the problem of food, shelter, clothing very early in the human civilization, and they started thinking about the human being. Then the first they started with the body, and then afterwards with the mind. Why? Whenever we look at the mind, it seems that the mind is the main. The mind is not there. When the human person dies, when the body remains, everything remains, but it is of no use. We have to burn the body. We have to bury the body. So the body is not important. Then what? Mind. Because mind is all the time thinking. Then they were concentrating on the mind. Then they found mind is not the main thing because it is changes. The moment it is changing, whatever is changing, it's bound to be destroyed someday. The mind is changing constantly. Today I am happy, today I am not. Today I am joyful, next day I am not. Like this, it is constantly changing. Then they started studying the mind. They found mind is nothing but the flow of thoughts. Where from the thoughts are coming, going deeper and deeper. So the religion is a science that we forget. Religion is making the human being develop, and the last position where human being should reach is nothing but the level of God, the divinity. Each soul is potentially divine, the final verdict. It came. Each soul is potentially divine. And if the potentiality is not there, it cannot develop. The potentiality must be there, otherwise it can never develop. Sometimes jokingly we say, even the best mathematician will not be able to teach mathematics to a donkey, because the potentiality is not there. But a human child can understand, because the potentiality is there. So this is called potentiality. The moment the Buddha became God, the moment the Jesus became God, it proves that any human being can become God, because the potentiality is there. So that is the reason. Now, different level of mind, different level of thoughts, different level of habits. So a process they developed which is called yoga. Yoga means union. The Sanskrit word yoga means union. Union with what? Union with God. How? By controlling nature, external and internal. External and internal nature we have to control. And how to control the internal nature? By controlling the mind. And this mind, what is it? Vrittayo panchattayoho klishta aklishtaha. Now they come to up to this and they say, see all the thoughts that are coming, only 5 different types. Panchattayaha, pancha means 5. The 5 different types of waves are there. See, so many varieties of thoughts. Even in the sleep we are thinking and dreaming. So long, continuous. Right from our birth we are going on thinking. And all those thoughts are nothing but 5 types. And among those 5 there may be some which gives us pleasure and some gives pain. So what we have to do? First we have to eradicate the painful thoughts. And second we have to eradicate the thoughts which gives us happiness. Even the happiness also to be stopped. And then only we will be able to control our mind. So this is very peculiar. Most of the people, they go to happiness. They say, you will be happy. But happy up to what? Happy for what? So that thought also is to be stilled. Then only you will be able to. So they first say, Vrittayo panchattayoho klishta aklishtaha. Avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. These are the vrittis which gives us pain. Avidya, ignorance. All problems comes from ignorance. This is very peculiar. The moment we understand, we are not afraid. So that is why some of the people, they can live with the snakes. There's no problem for them. Why? Because they know the system of the snakes. And the moment you are moving, the snake will immediately understand the sound, it can feel the sound. It gets agitated because of it's also afraid, ignorance. So the avidya is the root of all problem. That avidya, ignorance, that I am a human, that I am a male, that I am a female, that I am educated, that I am uneducated, that I am beautiful, that I am not beautiful, rich, poor, all these things are nothing but avidya, ignorance. From the viewpoint of the Rishi. And it says, no, all of you are that pure. Only you have to strive, only you have to understand. And why we always think we don't like to listen to that, we like to do whatever we think. It is my life. In America they always say, it's my life. I like to live. What is this my life? Ego. This mind, this I, this mine, what is all? Ego. So how they are finding out, just like the scientists, one after another, digging and finding out the truth. And where comes the problem? Raga, the desire. The moment, it is the Sanskrit word, raga. In the Bengali, raga means is angry. In the Sanskrit, angry is krodha. But in Sanskrit, raga means attachment and then desire. And when the desire is there, from there begins all problem. The moment you have the desire, immediately you will like to get it. If you are, when you don't get it, you are angry. So that first thing is, I don't want anything, so no problem for me. If you want the clappings of the people, if you are not getting after some performance, you feel unhappy. If you are not wanting that thing, no problem for you. Who is going to be the President of America is no problem for us. But it's a problem for many who is having the desire to be the President of America. So this is the thing, it goes on. The first is the desire. Avidya, the ignorance. Then asmita, ego. Then comes the desire. And from desire comes the dvesha, the person who is against me. I am angry with it. If they are not there, I could do anything and everything. And when nobody is there, what you will do? You become a king of a kingdom, of a place where nobody lives. What you will do? So this is a very peculiar situation. We want people. We want that everybody should listen to me, and then I will go on ruling. So that all desire, and then abhinivesha, this is a word, the fear of death. Whenever I get something, I like to live for a long, long time so that I can enjoy. But those who are in pain, they like to die. So this is very peculiar situation. When I am happy, I don't like to die. When I am unhappy, I like to die. Why? I like to die because I am unhappy. Why you are unhappy? You have to go back once again, counting from 100 to 0. Back. Then you will understand. One person was telling, you don't know, so much problem. I told him, can you please write down what are the problems? He could not, because there is no problem at all. This is very peculiar. The problem means we are thinking it is a problem. It is a situation. It is a condition. And if we can properly handle that situation, that condition, there is no problem. And when we cannot handle that situation, it is a problem. So this is the things are as it is, only how we are handling, that's all. So here they say, now pramana, viparjaya, vikalpa, nidra, smritaya. It's very important, the small thing, but for our mind. Those who are very serious student, and some they like to get immediate result. So what they will do? They will go to someone, they will ask, sit like this, and then breathe like this, and then close your eyes. Can you see light within your heart? Everybody is telling yes. Even if I don't, I have to say yes. Otherwise, what people... One person told, if you are all pure, then you will see that the God is sitting on the moon. Come, can you see? He was not seeing anything on the moon. Perhaps he was not located the moon even. But out of fear, what people will think, oh yes, somebody is sitting over there. What do you see? He has a beard and it is flowing on the air. Oh yes, you are a very pure man. Like this it goes. We are only thinking that we are like this and that. If we are truthful, we know this is not like this. The other day, the General Secretary Maharaj from here, he was telling one thing, very important. He said, even if you claim that you are seeing light, we won't believe unless we see your character. The reflection of all those things come on the character. I am a very good man, believe me, why should I have to believe? Because the whole behavior will prove that you are a good man. So that is the reason that whole thing will be reflected in the character, in the behavior, and then only this is religion. This is a very special thing. Only we make it complicated. Very, very simple, very wonderful thing. And the moment you are practicing religion, you are becoming very good, transforming, because you are understanding. So that is the reason, immediately, one after another. So one doctor comes, he'll listen to the patient, what happened? Sir, this happened last night. He goes and sees like this, or he is going on telling so many things. Doctor is not listening. He is just observing, oh, there is less blood and this and that, he prescribes. But the other people will be going on listening and this and that, because they cannot understand the truth. When someone came to Sri Ramakrishna and asked some question, immediately he is replying. Some people came and told, sir, have you seen God like Narendranath? He was very sincere. And immediately reply, yes, I have seen, and I can show it to you also. I can show God to you also. You can also see. But the other people, when they are coming, who is higher, the Brahma or Vishnu? I don't know. You go and have the argument outside. Don't disturb over here. Because that is useless. Who is Brahma? Who is Vishnu? Who is this? Who is that? There is only passing time. So the religion is, you have to understand what? Pramana. What is that pramana? We read Pratyaksha, Anuman, Agama. These are the three pramana. Without that we cannot accept. I must have to realize it directly, then only. Then Anumana. Anumana means inference. I have not seen Sri Ramakrishna. I have not seen Vivekananda. Of course, standing over there in the Hilton Hotel, I was really thinking, if we could come 120 years before, we could meet Vivekananda over there. Of course, it was so difficult to understand him too. Because apparently he was totally different. When you read his books, his lectures and all that, but when you are talking with the person, it is very difficult to understand him. So that is the reason. See, pramana means first is direct experience, and second is inference. Inference how? This man, he is telling like this, so naturally he knows. He must be. Whole character, whole behavior shows like this. One couple came here. There was a young lady, newly married, and maybe the husband told, you have to cook something and feed Swamiji, that is very good, the holy. So she came and she told, Swamiji, I like to cook. I said, okay, you can try. But the moment he was searching for how to peel the potato and all that, I could understand she doesn't know the cooking. Then I found the husband is going and helping, and how to hold that potato, how to peel it, how to do this, how to do that. After 2 hours of struggle, then I told you, both of you, they are engaged in doing that. I went and finally I told, is it ready? And have you tasted? No, it is your food. No, you first taste. Because a totally new hand. Why? How could you? Because immediately she is telling Swamiji, I like to cook. It doesn't mean that she knows cooking. When in our country, of course, he has everything machine. The GPS you find, and then you go, you are not asking anyone, and you don't find anyone also in the road. But in India, where is GPS? Everybody is GPS standing, so many people. You open the window and you ask anyone, I like to go to that place, can you please tell me? If the person, oh, that place, okay, don't listen to him. Because he is not very clear about that. And the other person immediately, first particularly the rickshaw pullers, taxi drivers, they are confident. They will say, go like this and take the left turn and this and that, everything they will say, and that is GPS, and you can go. The confidence. When you are going to a person and asking about religion, asking about God, you must be intelligent enough to understand whether he is a competent person to give you the answer or not. So there comes the problem, to choose the guru. How to? And then you have to depend on the God himself. God, please give me a guide who can help me. Then only God will surely. As because you are believing in God, depending on God, God will give you guidance properly, sure. Only thing you have to understand and accept. That intelligence you must have, otherwise it's very difficult. So that's why Shankaracharya again wrote that it is very, very difficult to get the proper guide. Durlabham trayami vaitat. Devanugraha hetukam. Only by the grace of God only you can get this. One is this manushyatva, the human birth. Mumukshutva, even in the human body, all people are behaving just very, very ordinary. They only live only for the body enjoyment. So mumukshutva means going beyond this limitation of the body consciousness. And then finally, to help you to go like out of this is a very difficult, and there you must get a proper guide. That is, then pramana viparjaya, this pramana pratyaksha direct, then anumana inference by seeing, by then understanding, and then agama aptabhakya. There are so many people, their books will be sailing like a hot cake, as they call. Hot cake, it is sailing. And they'll be writing books after books. Some people, recently they'll be coming and then selling, millions of copies are sold. But aptas are those quietly sitting in a corner, never caring for their book. One of our very, very senior Swamiji, someone told, Swamiji, can't you write a book? So who is going to read? Why should I write? Who is going to read? They never care for their name and fame. And the other people, what do? They have a wonderful control over the language. And they will be putting language in such a way, it is so nice. People will be quoting them also. But it is of no use. For the spiritual growth, no. Intellectual, of course. So the thousands of philosophers are there. And they are giving the training in philosophy to so many universities and colleges. But are they really religious? One gentleman used to come, an elderly person, senior person. He was a master in Sanskrit. He used to come and teach us the Sanskrit. And then after that, he will offer pranam. We used to say, why you are offering pranam? He was, no, I only read it, but you are practicing it. I only marked this, I had just only read that Sri Ramakrishna, he gave a wonderful example. One Pandit, he used to come and explain the Bhagavata. Bhagavata, the book, is a vairagya, dispassion. But Pandit used to come and read out to the king for money. But naturally, the king will give some gift to him, and he used to. And after the whole explanation, Pandit used to ask the king, King, have you understood this? Then king used to say, Pandit, you understand fast. Every day king used to, and the Pandit used to feel insulted. What is it? I am explaining and I know everything of it. And why the king? Of course, he is king. Pandit cannot say anything. He has to digest that insult. He used to, one day, suddenly when he was thinking, why should I go to king? Every day he is insulting me. I should not. Suddenly it dawned to him, oh my God, king is correct. The whole para that I am reading, the book that I am reading and expounding is nothing but dispassion, give away. And I am going there to sell my knowledge. This Bhagavata, that's why he is asking me to understand it properly. I won't go. When he stopped going, king came to him and bowed down to him. And he said, can you please explain the Bhagavata to me? So this goes on. You have to understand fast. Then only all other will come to you. And this is called agama, aptabhakka, the real words of the realized soul. Hundreds and thousands of years we are going on reading Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because it was said by the Bhagavan himself. How many books continuing like this, thousands of years? So many books, so many people they wrote, and somehow after writing the book, they have to go on finding the publisher. After publishing the book, they have to go for the purchaser. They will go to different shops and places, giving lecture, please purchase my book, I am sitting here, we will give the autograph. Such a horrible task. To sell the book also, he has to go and sell the book, and then he will be going and telling 10,000 copies has been sold. There is a small story like this, then a very good, I have forgotten the name right at this moment. He wrote a book, but it is a very good book. Afterwards it became very popular, but who will purchase, because he was totally unknown. So what he started doing, he used to go to the bookshops, bookstores, and he will be shouting, do you have that book, particular that topic written by him, he himself? And the shopkeeper will say, that book, I didn't know, oh my God, it's so popular. Anyway, I will go to some other shop. And he will be going to every shop and telling like that. The shopkeepers, when they found the people are coming and asking, he will be sending his friends, known people, go and ask for that book. And they started searching for the book, and book started selling. Afterwards, of course, it was a very good book. It became very popular. But after writing the book, you have to find out who is going to publish it. And after the publishing, you have to go on selling. And then only you can say, I am a writer. So these are the all problem. But these people, they will never care for that. Why? Because they are holding the truth. Only the real seeker will go to them, and they will rebuke them. go out from here, don't come to me. Like this it will go on and on. But if you are sticking to him, then it will come. So, Ascharya Bhakta, Kushalav Shalabdha, the speaker and the master, he is a unique person. But the person who is going to listen to him must also be very, very special. Otherwise, his words he won't be able to understand. Then we went on reading Shabda Jnana Anupati Vastushanna Vikalpa. Sometimes some people will say something, we hear that, and then we will try to understand what type of this is. So, like the llama, a type of animal. The llama, the Buddhist monks are also lamas, and these animals. Now, when the moment they say lama, immediately for us, Buddhist monk it comes. No, he is not mentioning about the Buddhist monk, he is mentioning about an animal. And unless you see that animal, you won't be able to understand. So, Shabda Jnana Anupati, you hear a word and then imagine immediately something which you can understand, and then only you can go. Like the Amazon River. See how it goes. Those who have not read the geography, have not heard the name of Amazon. In that Amazon River, there is a special type of fish, very, very peculiar. The moment you go down, they will come and eat the whole. So, that type of all these things. Those who have seen it, read it, immediately they will understand. But if you don't, you have to imagine. So, majority of the time, the children's world is imaginative world. They only imagine. So, Shabda Jnana Anupati, when we hear a word, then accordingly our mind goes to that. But those who are pure mind immediately understand the true meaning of it. How? Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, who are you to help others? You are a very ordinary person. You have no right to help others. Only you can serve others. The service, immediately all people heard. Only one person really understood. Narendranath. Immediately he came out and said, what a unique sentence I have learned today. And if I get an opportunity, I will teach it to the whole world. And that is called practical Vedanta. So from there it is coming. He heard it, immediately understood it, and then properly utilized it. So this way we have to, otherwise it is not. Then after we learn Anubhuta Vishaya Asampramosha Smriti, our memory. Now if we ask anyone who were present there in that big hall, how many chandeliers were there? I don't know how many people will be able to tell. And how many Swamis were sitting over there, and what were they said, many. We have heard, we have appreciated, but we won't be able to remember. Why? The Smriti means whatever we have heard, we have seen, we have experienced, exactly that memory is called Smriti. And majority of the time, most of the time, we mix up many things and present it. This called Smriti is also very important. Anubhuta Vishaya, the object that we have experienced, exactly that experience should come, that is called Smriti. When the Narendranath was a very young boy, he was a naughty type because intelligence, so much, he heard the teacher, understood what he is going to mean, immediately talking with the, and he was a very good storyteller. When he was telling the story, all the friends were listening. And the teacher, he noticed and said, hey, who are those boys that are not giving attention? Stand up on the bench. Narendra also stood up. He said, "No, Narendra, you were looking at me, so you have heard only those boys." He said, "No, sir, they were listening to me only. So I am the main culprit. If you are going to give the punishment, you should give the punishment to me." In America, they will never understand. Of course, nowadays, previously it was the punishment to the young children means unthinkable. And in our case, the teachers used to keep the also cane, different varieties of canes. So that used to be, and one German lady came to visit Andaman, and one lady and her sister is a young lady. And I kept some of the canes only to frighten our children over there. I never used those. And that young lady was asking, "What is this for?" I told you, "See, if I explain, you won't understand. If I apply, you will understand." Shall I? Oh my God, she jumped away and went. So that way, this is immediately, then the teacher told, "Can you tell me what I said?" Immediately he said, Smriti. The Narendra will be asking his private tutor to go on reading, and he will be lying like this, listening exactly verbatim he could say. So that is called Smriti. One very young boy of 8 years old, he went to Yama, Nachiketa went to Yama, and the Yama told, "I can tell you," he was asking, "Can you please tell me how to reach heaven? Because I have heard if you go to heaven, there's no problem, everything is joyful. I like to tell my people that this is the way, if you practice, you can go to heaven. Why they should suffer there?" Then the Yama told, "I can. But whatever I will say, you have to repeat those words verbatim." Whatever Yama said, the young boy repeated back. That's called Smriti. This Smriti is a very important feature in our life, but majority of us, we do not use it properly. All fade Smriti. So many things have been added. Abhyasa vairagya bhyam tan nirodha. Now, how to control all these things? Then they come to this conclusion: you have to practice, practice, and practice. Abhyasa. Abhyasa means practice. And only practice don't do. Vairagya. You have to be dispassionate. The moment we are too much attached, that becomes very, very difficult. All the bigotry that we see, all the problem in the name of religion that we find is nothing but the attachment. Ignorance and attachment. So that is the problem. From there, I have the respect, and I know this is going to happen, and the best thing that I have to follow is the instruction of the person whom I respect. From him, I am receiving something, practicing something, but not that particular physical body. Everywhere you will find the people are doing like this. Ma Sharadamani Devi, when Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was sick, she went to a Shiva temple, very famous, and she heard that if you go and fast over there for 3 days and nights, then if you pray to God, He will give the boon. She went all the way, fasted over there, lying over there, praying to Lord Shiva. But then Shiva never came. Rather, she saw someone is breaking the earthen pots. In hundreds he is breaking. Immediately she understood this body is nothing but the earthen pot. And naturally, as it has been created, it is going to be destroyed. Who am I to save this thing? This passion came in the mind of Ma Sharada Devi. She came back, and Sri Ramakrishna smiled. You have heard it, you have learned it. So don't wait for me like this. In this body I cannot survive all through, but I am surviving with my ideologies. They say it Amrita. Amrit means what? 2000 years afterwards, the 24th December, we are going to observe Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Is it not Amrit? So we are observing the birthday of a person who was born 2000 years ago. And this is called Amrit, the eternal living. So this we have to understand. The ideology lives, not the physical body. Tatra sthito yatna abhyasaha. We have to control the mind, and slowly, slowly we have to understand it. And sa tu dirghakala nairantara yat kara sevita didha bhumi. For a long, 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 long time we have to practice, 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 practice. So only a few days we practice and say, no, let me change it. This is not good. I will go to that. I will go to that. You won't get anything. So only you will have a lot of experiences of different type of philosophies, but you won't get the realization. Realization will come only after this, continuous. So the religion is a very special thing. Why? Because you must have to have a lot of patience. Otherwise, you cannot get that thing. So many people, I was telling some of the younger people, they are very good volunteers. And they are doing so much of work. But I told them, see, unless and until you are careful about your spiritual development, this work afterwards will bring frustration. As a in charge of this center, if I get all these people working for the ashram, I am so happy. But at the same time, I must be truthful to myself. It's my duty to make them aware. If you are simply coming, doing work and going away, and another ashram you are going helping, another places you are going helping, what is this for? This is not the service, but engagement. And then this engagement one day will bring frustration. And then he will blame on us, curse us. No, it is my duty, I feel, to tell you, along with the work, you must also think why you are working. If you think that only one question, why I am working, you will be transformed. Work will be perfect, you will be transformed, and you will find the joy in service. So that is very important. Otherwise, all people will go to the temple, they are doing nothing wrong. It's good. You are helping in a good work. But at the same time, afterward, what I have achieved, that will come. Even many of our Swamis, after practicing all these and dedicating, and they will be so perfect in work, then they become frustrated. They cannot sit in one place. They will be going from here to there continuously because they never practiced this passion. God, you gave me this work. I have tried my best to perform. Now please give me peace within my mind so that when I close my eye, I can see you within my heart. Otherwise, what for I am working? I know this world will go as it is. When I was not there, this world was there. And it was full of like this. When I won't be here, world will be like this. I cannot change it. But I only can change myself. Yesterday I was clever, wanted to change the whole world. Today I am wise, trying to change myself. That is a wonderful quotation. So we have to be very, very careful when we go, when we work, and so nice. Here in America we find people after attending all their duties, they are coming, serving, donating, and they are so eager to work. But please remember, so that is called yoga. Yoga yukta. In the long back, in my beginning of my life, one senior Swamiji told me, I told that story to you, when I was very angry because he was asking, why you could not purchase this thing, you have paid so much of money, you could go to different shops, you could bargain. In our country they are bargaining. So that all this you have not done, you have lost so much of money, like this. And when I came back after marketing of so many varieties of things, hungry, I found a small 2-3 pieces of bread are lying over there, very cold, there's a cold place, and nobody is waiting for me, no other thing, and that too I have to share with the driver because they forgot to keep the food for the driver. And then next morning, instead of telling me, how much you have worked, he was criticizing me before everybody. Then I was feeling pain. The natural reaction, we went and closed the door, and I won't eat. That is so that they can understand I am angry. So he understood, and then he called me and he said, you are angry not because all these things, that the cold food and less food and these things, you expected that I should appreciate. Are you working for me that I should appreciate? And if I appreciate, if you wait for my appreciation, then know it for sure, someday you will be frustrated. Always know that God is watching, and whatever you do, it will be recorded over there. You will get His blessings. So, same thing, same work with this temperament, the moment we do, our mind becomes tranquil. Same work, from secular, it becomes sacred. This is the speciality, and this is the responsibility of we people who are here as in church, to tell that you are not coming for me, you are coming for God. And whatever you are doing, by doing that, before you go, when you come and pray to God. God, I have come to serve little this way, you have given me the opportunity. When you are leaving, tell Him, I have done this, I don't know whether you have liked it or not, I have tried my best. And you will see slowly, every day, every moment, you will grow, because you are controlling one passion in your mind, that is raga, the desire to have these. No. So that is called, next day we will again go on reading from the 15th aphorism. We have read up to 13, then today we have read 14. Next day, next Sunday again we will read the 14th and we will proceed. But these more and more subtle things are coming, so you have to be ready to understand the yoga. This is called Patanjali Yoga Darshana, philosophy. So that's why we should meditate. Because this meditation means controlling our mind. The moment we are master of our mind, we are the master of the whole universe. The whole universe is ours. Nobody can give us anything. We can get everything. Joy, it is within our hand. We can just get it like this. And everything we'll get if we can only do one thing, controlling the mind. And controlling the mind, dedicating all our services at the feet of God. I have done nothing, you have done. And that is the reason Swami Vivekananda said, be like Mahavira. He has done everything and dedicated at the feet of Rama. Who am I? Because of the Rama I could do it. See, today is the birthday of Guru Nanak. He is the founder of the Sikhism. And this Sikhism is a 16th, 1469 to 1539 is the period of Guru Nanak. In those days, even in 14th century, you can understand. But where from he learned all this? From the Hindus. And afterwards, slowly, they made a separate sect. It is a habit of the people to always be segregated. Whatever. Now this Guru Nanak, he used to go and tell people, why all the time you are immersed in rituals? In those days, rituals were on very high. Guru Nanak used to go and tell people, why you are doing like this, rituals? Some people, all they will go to the Ganga and offering water. Then he asked, what you are doing? We are offering water to our ancestors who has passed away, now living in the heaven, so we are giving the water for them. And he started splashing the water. Hey, what you are doing? I am giving my water to my field. Where is your field? In Amritsar. You are here in the Uttarkashi and throwing the water to Amritsar. What a fool. But if this water can reach to heaven, my water can also reach my field at Amritsar. Why not? So that way he used to argue. He went someplace and he was lying under a tree. Then one Muslim came and I said, hey, you don't believe in God? This side is the west and west is the Makkah. If you are putting the leg like this, you are insulting the Allah over there in the west. From America, they will be looking at the east, the Muslims. And from India and that part, they will be looking at the west because the Makkah is there. So he was telling, you cannot do that. Then he said, take my food and place anywhere where there is no God. You are telling God is everywhere. And again you are telling, I should not put my leg towards the west. Now take my leg and then help me to put it wherever there is no God. So that was the argument, simple argument, and people started liking him. This Guru Nanak, and slowly, one after another gurus came, because that was the situation, political situation was like that, one after another, the Khans, the Muslims invasion, and they started torturing them. Then finally came Guru Gobind Singh. He is the 10th. And Guru Gobind Singh, he made them a wonderful martial race. A group of people, they started protecting the other. So he wanted Khalsas. The Khalsas means those who are ready to give their life for the God. And he started picking up one after another. The eldest son of the home should come and join and become. And Sikh means Shishya. Sikh means the disciple, the learner, Sikh. And this way he collected some of the people. And how much dedication? Even the Guru say that I am going to cut your head and offer your blood to God. Are you ready to give? Then they said, yes. He said, come one. They were thinking we will say yes, but really he is not going to kill us. Then he said, come one, then two, then three, four, like that. Up to 5 people were trembling. What is happening? He is going and cutting their hair and bringing that sword, dipping with blood. And then he brought all the 5 alive. He was only cutting the goats at the back. Then he said, Panch Pyare. Under this Panch Pyare means the 5 whom I really love and trust. And a very strong force they built. And they used to follow the 5 Ks. This numerical 5, number 5, is very important in the life of the Hindus. Always you will find 5. The 5 Ks, first is Kripan, the sword. Then the Kanga. Kanga means one type of comb they used to put over there. Then Kesha, the hair, matted hair. Kacha, the tie to wearing. Then Kara, one iron, what's called ring they used to put. They were very poor. And when they are going to fight in the battle, they never had anything. So the Guru said, you have to develop your hair. and then you have to make it matted. Then to make it in such a way, over that an iron comb you have to put, so that if you are getting the hit on the head, your hair will protect you as a shield. And they were not having the shield to protect the hand, so they are having the kanga. So they used to protect like this. So they became very wonderful group of martial people. They protected themselves. And Guru Arjun Singh, he constructed the Golden Temple in 1601. And Guru Ramdas built the pool of nectar, the huge pond, they go and bathe. So this way, slowly one religion has come, very wonderful philosophy. And finally they said there should not be any other guru. Only you have to follow the instructions of the guru. And the instructions were given and it was written down, they call Guru Granth Sahib. Granth means the book. Sahib means the respected one. And Guru means the preceptor. The book becomes the Guru. So that's why one wonderful religion has come. And the symbol of the Khalsas is very important. In the center, there is a double-edged sword, and that is the belief in God. And this is surrounded by a round. Isn't symbol is here? It's not here. And this is surrounded, and that surround means that God will protect you. As you are having the faith on God, God will protect you. And another two swords are like this. The one is the prosperity in the spiritual life, prosperity in material life. If you are following in this way, you will get all this. This is the religion, and the Guru Nanak, he was Swami Sri Ramakrishna, when he was walking in Calcutta street, a group of Sikh soldiers, they all called Sikh, and they will have the turban and all those things, and the beard, etc. This is literally separated. And another Punjabis are there, they are called Hindu Punjabis, and the Sikh Punjabis. Both are from Punjab, but one Sikh, one Hindu. This is the same group. The both are very strong, very hard-working, and very broad-minded. Long back, I remember one Sikh gentleman, he was a driver, taxi driver, a truck driver. So I came out when I was, I think, 8 or 10 years old. After the school, I felt, why every day I am going to school and coming back to home? Let me see the whole world. So, so I found one truck standing over there. So I went into that and was lying down. Then the driver came. He didn't notice that I was lying over there. He drove, and I was very happy. And when he drove for a long time, then I sat. Then suddenly he saw from the mirror, "Hey, ladka kahan se aa gaye?" "Hey boy, where from you are?" I told, "From this place." "So where you are going?" "Wherever you will go, I will go." "What for?" "And I like to see the whole world." Then he said, "Okay, come here." I went and sat by his side. He was a grandfatherly the person. He told, "You know, our life is so hard." "Why you know?" "Because I didn't read. We didn't go to school. And you think that we are going to the whole world? We go only to this place and that place. Wherever we get the things to carry, we go, and very filthy life. Don't follow this." And he was going on telling like this, slowly, slowly, slowly. Then he said, "Come, we will eat something." It was noon time. We got down, we ate. Then he asked us to sleep on that, in a rope. With the rope, they made the mat. So over that, and it's so hard. It was painful. I told, "I cannot sleep over this." Then how can you then live like us? So you have to be very hard. Then you have to go and wash like this. And I told, "I cannot." Well, then go back. And almost after 200 or 300 kilometers, he drove back, and he asked, "Where is your home?" He went near. He wanted to come to my home, and I was afraid because they are already anxious. So obviously they will be shouting and maybe by mistake tell something harsh to the gentleman. So I told, no, chacha theek hai, main chala jaunga. So somehow I picked up some Hindi, so it was so helpful for me to develop friendship with these people. And I always appreciated this manly, broad-minded, courageous people. And Swami Vivekananda was very happy with these Sikhs. Thank you. Let us complete with this. And today, I cannot give you time for question answer, I think. The last sloka we will chant is the 6th sloka. Are you having those things? 6 papers? Next. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo vibhutvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam navasangatam naiva muktirnameya naiva muktirnameya chidananda rupa shivoham 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 shivoham. Thank you.